is a useful tool used to hollow out material and create thin walls in the part. This is a powerful and time-saving technique when designing parts that call for thin walls, such as cast and injection molded plastic parts. The shell command can be accessed from the toolbar here at the top, or by expanding the Modify panel and selecting Shell. With the command active, I'll add the first shell feature to the model. The shell command removes material up to a specified wall thickness and can remove multiple faces in the model. The internal material can be hollowed out if only the body is selected. However, I'll start by shelling and removing faces from the model. First, I'll select this interior face of the model, which will end up shelling the model and will remove the selected face. Next, I'll specify a wall thickness for the rest of the body, which can be entered by either adjusting the arrow in the canvas or entering a numerical value, such as 2.5 millimeters. The next step is setting the shell direction. From the dialog box, I'll expand the direction flyout, and you can see there are three options to choose from. Inside, we'll hollow out the component and apply the wall thickness on the inside of the exterior faces. Outside, we'll apply the wall thickness around the exterior faces of the component while still hollowing out the interior. And both applies the wall thickness in both directions, allowing for the thickness to be specified in each direction. I'll leave this option set to inside for now. Note that selecting outside and both will affect the overall dimensions of the model. The shell command also makes it possible to remove multiple faces of the model at once. For example, if I wanted to remove all three interior faces, all I have to do is hold down Control when using a PC, or Command if you're working from a Mac, and select the faces. You can see the faces disappear, and the rest of the component maintains the shell thickness I entered earlier. I would like to point out the tangent chain option in the dialog box. With this option enabled, Fusion 360 simultaneously selects multiple faces that are tangent to one another. To do this, I'll exit out of the command. Then roll forward to include some fillets, and re-enable the shell command. Now, if I select this interior face with the tangent chain option enabled, two additional faces have also been selected. This is because the fillets create tangency with the selected face, and the chain continued to include all tangent faces. So far, I have shelled out the model by removing faces, but how do I hollow out the body without deleting any faces? For instance, what if I was modeling a casing or housing that would be split into multiple components and assembled later on? To create this hollow area, I'll clear the selected faces by clicking on the X in the dialog box and select the body instead of a face. This can be done by expanding the Bodies folder in the browser and selecting the body you want, or hovering near an edge in the model until the entire component highlights. With the body selected, I'll set the thickness and click OK. In the timeline, there's a split bodies feature that's currently excluded from the model. If I roll forward on the timeline to make the feature active, you can see the model now contains two bodies in the browser. If I hide one of the bodies, you can see a cavity has been created inside due to the shell feature.